Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TalkTune English. I'm Emma, and I'm really happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening at home, on the bus, or while making a cup of coffee, welcome.
Hi, Emma. Hi, everyone. I'm Jack. It feels nice to slow down and have this kind of conversation today.
The end of the year always makes me want to breathe a little deeper. Everything feels full, but also a bit quiet.
Yes, the year feels full of moments, noise, and sometimes tired days, too.
That's very honest, and that's exactly why today's topic feels right for this moment.
I'm curious already. What are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about how to plan your new year in a gentle and simple way.
That already sounds different from the usual idea of planning.
Yes, no pressure here, no perfect schedules, no strict rules.
I'm relieved to hear that. Planning often sounds serious and heavy to me.
Many people feel the same way when they hear New Year plans.
When I hear those words, I imagine long lists right away.
Long lists that look very impressive for about 1 week.
Exactly. After that, they quietly disappear.
That's why we want to talk about planning in a more human way, something you can actually enjoy.
Enjoying planning sounds new to me.
Let's start with something very simple. The first step is not about the future.
Not the future. That's interesting.
It's about the past, just for a moment.
Looking back before moving forward.
Exactly. This step is called reflection.
Reflection sounds calm, not scary.
Reflection means asking yourself kind questions.
Like what?
Questions like, what made me happy this year? What moments felt good?
That feels much nicer than asking what I did wrong.
Yes, we're not judging, we're just noticing.
I think many people forget to notice the good moments.
That's very true. So we suggest writing down 3 to 5 good moments from the year.
Only 3 to 5? That feels doable.
Easy is important. These moments are called highlights.
One highlight for me was spending more time walking outside this year.
That's a lovely one. And how did that make you feel?
It made my days feel lighter.
That's the key. When you see what makes you feel good, you understand yourself better.
So reflection helps us choose better plans later.
Exactly. It's like a soft guide.
I like that idea. Soft guidance feels safe.
Now, let's gently think about the future.
Okay, I'm ready to think about that.
Many people try to plan too much at once.
I've definitely done that before.
Big lists, big goals, and very high expectations.
And very little energy left.
Exactly. That's why we suggest choosing just one big goal for the year.
One goal feels much calmer than 10.
It helps you focus. It can be health, learning, work, or something personal.
For me, health feels important right now.
That's a wonderful choice. When health is better, everything feels easier.
I agree. More energy changes everything.
A big goal doesn't mean big actions every day.
That's good to hear.
Big goals work best with small steps.
Small steps feel realistic.
For health, a small step could be walking 20 minutes a day.
That sounds simple enough to keep doing.
Simple habits are the ones that last.
That makes a lot of sense.
Another helpful tool is using a calendar.
A calendar makes time feel clearer.
Yes, it helps you see important days and rest days too.
Rest days are easy to forget.
That's why we plan them as well. Planning rest is part of caring for yourself.
I like that idea very much.
And when planning starts to feel kind and calm, something interesting happens.
What happens?
When planning starts to feel kind and calm, you actually want to come back to it.
That's true. When something feels gentle, I don't avoid it.
Exactly. That feeling is very important as the year comes to an end.
This conversation already makes the new year feel less heavy.
I'm really happy to hear that.
It feels like a quiet beginning, not a stressful one.
When planning starts to feel gentle like this, people usually relax without even noticing.
That's true. When the pressure disappears, my thoughts feel clearer and lighter.
It's interesting how calm can change the way we think. Suddenly, planning doesn't feel like a fight anymore.
Yes, instead of arguing with myself, I start listening to what I really need.
That's such a good way to describe it, listening instead of forcing.
When I listen more, my plans feel more realistic.
Exactly, and that leads to another idea I really like.
I'm curious, what idea is that?
Choosing a word of the year.
A single word already sounds much simpler than a long list.
Yes, one word that describes how you want to feel during the year.
So it's not about what I must do, but how I want my life to feel.
That's right. Feelings quietly guide our decisions every day.
That makes sense. When I feel calm, I usually make better choices.
Exactly. My word for the coming year is calm.
That word fits you very well. You often remind me to slow down.
I need that reminder too. Last year felt busy and noisy at times.
Many people feel that way. Life moves very fast now.
That's why one simple word can be grounding. It brings you back when things feel overwhelming.
I like that idea. A word feels like a quiet anchor.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
If I choose a word, I think mine would be learn.
I really like that choice. Why learn?
Because I want to stay curious about language, people, and everyday life.
Curiosity keeps life interesting without pressure.
And it helps me grow naturally, not forcefully.
Exactly. When you feel lost or tired, you can come back to your word.
Like a gentle reminder instead of a strict rule.
Yes, planning works best when it feels kind.
Kindness makes me want to continue instead of quitting.
Now let's talk about planning English for the new year.
That's something many listeners care about deeply.
Many people feel nervous when they think about improving their English.
I used to think I needed to study for hours every day.
That idea stops many people before they even begin.
Yes, it feels too big and unrealistic.
That's why we suggest planning habits, not perfection.
Habits feel more flexible and easier to keep.
For example, listening to English once or twice a week.
That feels much easier to fit into daily life.
Or learning just a few new words each week.
Small numbers feel friendly to the brain.
And they quietly add up over time.
Quiet progress feels more natural than pressure.
Another thing that really helps is writing things down.
Writing makes ideas feel more real and clear.
I always suggest getting a special notebook for the new year.
A clean notebook feels like a fresh beginning.
Exactly. It becomes a space just for you.
No judgment, no rules, just thoughts and plans.
Planning should feel personal, not copied from someone else.
Everyone's life is different, so plans should be different too.
That's such an important point.
When plans match real life, they feel possible.
Possible plans are powerful plans.
I like that idea.
And when something feels possible, you don't avoid it.
You come back to it naturally.
Exactly. That's how habits slowly grow.
And growth feels much less stressful that way.
This gentle approach works not only for planning, but for learning too.
Especially for learning a language.
When people feel safe, they speak more freely.
And when they speak more, confidence grows.
Confidence doesn't arrive suddenly, it grows quietly over time.
That quiet growth feels more lasting.
Slowing down really changes how we see the year ahead.
It turns planning into something supportive.
Something that feels kind, not heavy.
and something we actually want to return to.
As we talk about planning this way, I keep thinking about how different it feels from the usual advice people hear.
I feel the same. This kind of planning feels more human and much less stressful.
That's important because planning isn't about changing everything at once.
It's more about understanding yourself a little better.
Exactly. When you understand yourself, your plans feel more honest.
And honesty makes plans easier to follow.
Many people think planning is about control.
But control often creates pressure.
Yes, and pressure makes people stop.
I've seen that happen many times, including with myself.
That's very real. Most of us don't quit because we're lazy.
We quit because the plan feels too heavy.
Exactly. That's why gentle planning lasts longer.
Gentle plans fit into real life more easily.
Real life is not perfect. It changes every day.
Some days are full of energy, and some days are not.
And plans should leave space for both.
When plans allow space, I don't feel guilty for being human.
Guilt doesn't help anyone grow.
No, it usually makes people avoid their plans completely.
Kindness works much better.
Especially kindness toward yourself.
That's something we don't hear often enough.
Many people are kind to others, but very strict with themselves.
That's true. Planning can be a way to change that inner voice.
Instead of saying, I must, you can say, I'd like to.
That small change already feels lighter, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. The words we use really matter.
Language shapes how we feel, even inside our own minds.
That's especially true when learning a language like English.
When people feel relaxed, they speak more naturally.
And when they speak more, confidence slowly grows.
Confidence doesn't appear suddenly.
It builds, quietly, step by step.
Just like good habits.
Exactly. Small steps taken regularly.
That's the approach we believe in here at TalkToon English.
Real conversation, real feelings, and simple language.
No pressure to be perfect.
Just space to learn and grow at your own pace.
And that's something you can bring into the new year.
A new year doesn't need to feel like a test.
It can feel like a fresh page.
A page where you write slowly and carefully.
With room for mistakes and changes.
Because mistakes are part of learning.
Before we finish, we'd really love to hear from you.
Yes, your thoughts and experiences matter to us.
If you'd like, share your word of the year in the comments.
Or share one small habit you want to try.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Everyone's life and plans are different.
And that's what makes sharing so interesting.
Reading those comments is always inspiring.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
Whether you're listening in the morning, afternoon, or evening.
We hope this conversation stays with you in a calm and helpful way.
And that it makes planning the new year feel lighter.
We'll be back with more relaxed conversations and simple English.
We'd love for you to join us again here on TalkToon English.
Take care of yourself and enjoy the small moments along the way.
Thank you for listening. We're always happy to have you here. See you next time.